Happy Wednesday, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Alternate Shot. Last week we talked about misconceptions. This week we're going to talk about misunderstandings. So in the next couple of segments, Paul will cover one item, I will cover another. And when you listen, be honest with yourself if you really understand the principles while you practice.
Right. So the two things I'm going to talk about when it comes to misunderstanding are, do I have to stay behind the ball or do I have to stay down at impact? So the two things you have to think about is, are you a steep swing or are you a shallow swinger? So steep or flat. So the flat swingers, we don't have to, I say we because that's who I am. So you don't have to stay behind the ball, okay? And then on the other thing is, you do have to stay down when you are at impact. So on the flat swingers, you have to do that. On the upright swingers, you do have to stay behind. And then on the at the impact, you don't have to stay down. You actually can go up that way. So what happens there is, on the steep players, you have to shallow down your downswing. So what happens there is the up and back are shallow, and then on the flat swingers, staying down and staying in front of the ball are steep. So those are good things for the flat swingers. So if you do things according to your swing plane, that will help.
Welcome back. So the misunderstanding that I'm going to discuss will involve your scoring shots, let's say inside 100 yards. The misunderstanding that I see a lot with our players is that everyone needs to look like this through impact into the golf ball with the handle ahead of the club head. It looks good, it feels powerful, and it feels very solid, but it only works for one type of swing. If you are a steeper swinger of the club and you're coming in with a stronger angle, that element, in order to shallow out into impact, is needed. If you are a shallower deliverer of the club, say in here, and I held that handle, I'm going from shallow to shallow, and I never give the club head a chance to get down to the ground. So, steep, let's go ahead and lead with the handle. Shallow, let's go ahead and release the club head around to your lead pocket. That'll give the club head a chance to get back down to the ground, add the steep element needed from a shallow angle of attack, and hopefully get better ball strike. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next week, and the One Club Challenge is back. So, more information is going out today in the email. Paul, do you have anything to add?
No, that's normal.
We'll see you next week.